filter-free Natalie. Oh, the camera's way over here this time. I hate it when I do that. And I wanted to make sure you guys all knew that I'm not a one-woman show over here. I got people here. That's my wife, Andi. You normally hear her or see her kind of video bomb in the background. And then we have Eleanor, who's being a snuggle bug, so I'm not going to mess with her.
Don't mess with her.
Don't wake the sleeping baby. I don't care what you think about people being kids, but just don't. I was supposed to go and have my labs done today, but I have felt really weird the last couple of days for sure. And I still haven't even driven a vehicle of any kind in how long now?
2 months?
2 months. Ooh. That is ridiculous. So I wanted to give like a hey, impromptu. This is the magic behind how I'm able to do what I do, because I can't work. If I go down the hallway, I'll forget why I'm leaving my house. So I definitely can't do any work. I've tried to think. Haven't we both tried to think of something I could do? I even signed up for writing, like Upwork and stuff. And I struggled with that. I struggle with being able to spell words correctly. Not things like, that nobody would know, like umphalaceal, but stuff like, can you spell rabbit? I'm like, okay, sure, B-U-N-N-Y. It's not wrong, but it's not what you asked me to spell. It's like my brain is coming out with the most logical response to the inquiry and hope that works. It almost feels like a childlike thing, like when you're a kid and, you say biscotti because you don't have spaghetti down yet, but everybody knows what you're saying because we all go through that. So I've been having a lot of decreased energy, and my wife has been so helpful, and I annoy her way more than she lets on, because she would never want me to feel like I am doing anything other than what I should be. So you can imagine the amount of girly sensitivity, apologies, and no, that's okay. No, but I just want to make sure you're okay. And you're like, no, but it's okay. Don't we?
Yes.
Yes, we do.
Yes, we do.
So, and you'll be on the channel some. In fact, I just watched a video with a wonderful YouTuber, I don't know her, but her name is Elena Joy. And she's in my subscriptions, and she's always herself. She's funny. She's authentic. She shares.
She's very genuine.
She's very genuine.
And very trusting.
Yeah.
Like she was real.
And
like she was not hiding anything.
She was like, I'm going to put it all out there.
Yeah, it was very refreshing.
And it really was, because as people who are lesbians, where we have... What? Oh, I'm sorry.
No way!
Were you trying to keep that a secret?
I was. Now.
I'm sorry, sir.
I mean...
That happens
all the time.
All the time. Excuse me, sir, can you hand me that? And then she says, yes, hi, I have a female voice. So now how weird do you feel?
Right.
But anyways,
Elena, and it also happens a lot that she makes me laugh like that.
This is true.
Out of nowhere.
Why should you ever have to schedule a laugh? That's what I say. Stupid Jim.
What does he know anyway?
What does he know? No, but Elena Joy, Alayna, I'm thinking. Elena Joy, she has done tons of videos on bisexuality, and
she did a really funny one with Bob Ross the other day.
She did. It was the one where she was painting like Bob Ross, and that was really fun to watch. She's always fun to watch, even when it's hard. Know, she's been genuine in saying, like when she didn't get into her master's program, she was genuinely...
Was that the lady you were talking about?
That's the same one. She was planning and went to the interview and everything and felt so secure, and then it was a no. So that was a hard one too.
Yeah.
I can imagine that this one was a hard one too.
Right.
So Elena Joy, YouTuber, I want to not only let everybody here know she's someone worth watching.
She is, really.
But if you're out there, Elena, and you can hear me, we are so sorry.
Yes.
And it's kind of double-edged sword, because I know that you still have people around you that love you and care about you, and everybody's going to have their opinion and their expectations there. But you do you. You
Yes.
let your freak flag fly.
Yes.
And what seems hard now will be the best blessing when it doesn't hurt so much. So I hope you keep watching videos of other people to keep yourself inspired too.
And when you do, when you are genuine, you'll find your tribe. We're out there. We're watching.
Mm-hmm. And your vibe attracts your tribe, as you well know. So
It does.
you take care of you, and then you remember the hardest decisions are usually the right ones.
Right. Ooh, that's good.
I know. It's not mine, though. I can't claim that.
Oh, man.
All right. I'm going to stop this particular clip and put on... Oh, look at you. Press the button.
I get to press the button.
Press the
Okay,
button.
guys.
Okay.
Bye.
All right. So I'm testing out a theory because...
They're
I've-
fun.
Sure, they're fun.
They're fun to test out.
But also because I don't understand how I have genuinely made an effort for every little matrix analytical thing that I've had access to or understand on YouTube. I've taken every piece of advice and I just don't understand. Again, I'm not here to get rich quick. I'm not here to make a buck. I'm here so that people will hear what I have to say, because not because of what I have to say, but because it's information that's so hard to find. So, and then obviously colorful commentary and humorous moments of forgetting what I was going to say, or that I am thirsty because my medicine gives me major dry mouth. But I wanted to see how everybody, all 5 of you, feel about
Very much appreciated, though.
Yes, every
All
single
5
one of you.
Yeah, absolutely.
I was thinking about doing a segment once a week that included talking to my wife.
Really?
Yeah,
Well, thanks, baby.
because some people are going to have questions about that aspect, and providing ourselves together this way gives you double the appreciated value, because here you have me. If you have more bisexuality leans towards lesbian, I'm actually pansexual, but I'm sure that if my mother were to hear this, she'd be like, why do you have to have a pan involved? Whereas, oh, Laurel.
Knowledge is power.
The more you know. So, wait, what did I just say last so I can remember what I was going to say?
You said very loudly, I'm pansexual.
Yes, I don't like labels, but if I
You started talking about your mom.
Because can you imagine her listening to this?
Yeah, but why don't you explain what pansexual is?
Because I don't want her head to spin around like Beetlejuice or explode or something.
But it won't. It shouldn't.
You
You fall in love with the person and not the part.
Yeah, I know you know better than that when it comes to her.
Yeah.
I think that she would explode.
I
I don't want her to. Why would you want mommy to die?
I am definitely gay.
Yeah, she's gold star.
Yeah.
So we have all the representation here. We have I've been on
And
both
you said
sides.
gold star, and look how red my face got. Yeah.
Got all the blood to fill up your face. She is.
I have high blood pressure.
She is a silly, but very much wonderful person, and I can represent were you just confused or late for something or not sure what was needed, or did you need to say, hey, I was born gay and I knew it by the time I was 4, so...
Well, I knew I was different.
And different is never a bad thing.
Yeah.
It's not. So we digress. So what do you think our topic will be today? What should we talk about today to provide to our wonderful tribe as our vibe attracts them?
Well, let's talk about your... What is it? Autoimmune hepatitis.
Yes, autoimmune hepatitis. So what do you think are good questions that they might ask or want to ask if they knew who I was?
I know what I like to ask.
What?
Or what I like to know.
What?
Is, so I ask her a lot if she's okay, because, I can't, I know when she's not okay, but I always want to know what you're feeling, like where you hurt, how much it hurts, There for a while she wasn't sleeping at all, and then she would sleep, and then she was yellow. She had jaundice really bad, and
I look like I stole Trump's spray tan.
Yeah, it was horrible.
Which would not.
And she was in so much pain, and pain that I couldn't understand. Like one day she would say, "My hand hurts," or "My wrist hurts," and then one day she would say, "Her knee hurts," or "Her ankle hurts," or "Her foot hurts."
Systemic and jumped around. You never knew in a given day what was going to happen.
Yeah, it would be like her elbow would hurt, and then her knee would hurt at the same time, which you can't. If your knee hurts as much as it does for you, I mean, you can't walk. So.
And the fun day where I literally couldn't walk because the piriformis and things down up in there, I couldn't stand up straight to the point of I had to walk on all fours to get around the house to get to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Oh.
And it's hard because, I'm home now because of the pandemic, but. When I go back to work, she's, you're going to be by yourself.
Yeah.
And I don't like that. Because what happens if, we're not going to worry about that now, but those kind of questions always,
It always seems to work out. And it's hard not to say what if.
Yeah.
It's really hard not to say what if, because not to mention we're in a position where, we're struggling, but we are not struggling like a bunch of people are struggling.
Right.
So I kind of try and consider myself and you really lucky. I'm the first time I've ever been grateful to be in Missouri. People should need a passport to come here. But it was one of the slowest acting, first to file suit, and I don't have a job, I can't work like at all. You would say, even if you were joking and saying, just, ask them if they want fries with that. And I'd be like, with what?
Yeah.
Did they order something?
Yeah.
Why am I not going faster? Because I forgot what I was doing halfway through it. And then I didn't understand why all I smell are burgers. And it's a silly example, but I don't even remember what I was saying for it. Why was I using that?
You haven't been able to work?
Yeah, I haven't been able to work. And you see a couple times now in this video that I will lose my thought, and I literally half the time have to ask her where my thought went. Like again right now.
We definitely get it back on track. You were talking about not being able to work.
Yeah, so I can't work, and even the littlest job I can't work. I've tried the very basic job, it's just not working out. So literally we're like a 50s couple in a parallel universe. And because boy and girl versus girl and girl and all that. So she works and she works and she takes care of me and she takes care of our house. Things that I can't do, she'll do. I'll do as much as I can. Some days I'll have a really good day and it'll be like, hey, I'm going to go out and we're going to run an errand and pick up some medicine and
Right.
It'll be okay, and just, you never know what you're going to come home with when you go shopping.
Yeah, it's crazy because, we'll do like two things and then we're out. We're home, we get home and we're like, what?
Yeah.
We're staying in for the next 3 days.
For the next 3 days. So I really do try and limit our exposure because you're high risk too.
Yeah, I am.
So
because I have diabetes.
Maybe let's talk about that for a second, because I think there's a lot of news flying around. Everybody has their favorites. I make no room for who likes what channel. The point should be, no matter what channel you watch, that you get at least the basic premise of what's going on in the world today, whether it's slanted one way or the other. We actually happily rely on what we do now. One of our new routines is to get up and feed the dog and, bathroom things that everybody does. And then we turn on the PBS NewsHour that is the most unbiased, calm, a professional approach. And I get to watch a new one every day. Sometimes she's still asleep. But that's only if she doesn't feel good, because we are both high risk. Diabetes and hypertension over there. And then you got autoimmune hepatitis with immunosuppressants and scarred lungs and cirrhosis over here. So it's not good. But yep, there it went again. What was I saying before I addressed?
PBS.
Yeah, we watched the PBS NewsHour because that lady is so nice, and they have
she really is nice.
She is nice, and she doesn't do the Diane Keaton thing, where she always wears turtlenecks, which is so she can wear what she wants, Diane Keaton. But I just appreciate it when women are like, look, this is what happens to your neck when you get older, especially when you talk your whole life. But she's very kind, and she doesn't act rudely or overspeak. A lot of people like to do that, and it's really annoying. And then we move over to the stuff of the day, the YouTube stuff, where it's, what are they yelling about Trump today? What are they talking about with Cuomo, A or B? And, I've learned a lot about the people in charge during this time, since they're all just on there. And it's actually pretty scary, I think. It's very scary. This is our election year, and I'm not conspiracy theorizing anything. I so could, I won't. But no matter what the truth is, I don't feel like anybody's gotten it yet. I don't think anybody has had the whole truth be told about any one thing. What was the truth behind pushing hydrochloroquine so hard? What was the point of blatantly ignoring data for weeks until it was like, oh, well, now I'm going to have to actually look like I care?
He's hiding stuff.
He's hiding stuff like a toddler that hides their stuff under her bed.
Yeah, we don't know the truth. He's not telling us.
And doesn't think we should have a right to know.
Right.
I drew that picture of, it was Trump, and then it was Hitler, and Kim Jong-un, and I got made fun of so hardcore. I don't remember if it's in this one or not, but I got made fun of. I put it up on Reddit so that I could get skewered, because if you want true criticism, put your stuff on Reddit. They are cutthroat.
However, if you also have it's called Off My Chest.
True Off My Chest.
Yeah, and it's, oh man, the kindness that just is on that board is amazing.
I can't find the other thing I was drawing in, babe. The smaller one?
Yeah.
That's where the picture is.
Oh.
I'll try and locate it and share it with you later, but I got made fun of because I drew this picture of Trump, and if it's because you don't like the way I draw, then go suck another egg. I don't care. If you don't, I'm not an artist that's trying to make money off of it. It's in a form of expression, of free speech, let's just say. But the main picture is Trump, and then right here is Hitler, and then Kim Jong-un. And I got made fun of for it, like I couldn't tell that's what was going to happen. That was one of the biggest. This is going to make some people be like, what? Here, you know what? Let me start. Let me get into. So what I'm saying is, I knew that was going to happen, and even drew it before any of this happened. I say, hands down, I have gifts and talents, and I never know exactly what they are. I usually get things on the back end, like, hindsight's 2020. It's like one of the worst gifts ever, unless I hone it. But I got made fun of by this guy on Reddit, like it had no place. Like, Trump's nothing like Hitler and nothing like Kim Jong-un, right?
That's funny.
I'm like, what on earth? I don't understand at all. So I'll dig that out and show it to you guys at some point. But yeah, I just wanted to talk directly and let you know I have a video that I haven't been able to release that I worked really hard on with that stupid whiteboard thing. Nobody ever tells you how hard that stuff is, and I guarantee you there's an easier way to do it, and people are just going, I wonder if she'll ever figure it out. It's fine, I'll figure it out. It's whatever. What I need to do is figure out how to get more people to give a crap about this channel, because in reality, what it is a service of information. When I got diagnosed with autoimmune hepatitis, and I already have asthma that has scarred both my lungs, and then I found out that my liver is not just angry, but it's cirrhotic, and it's about to pass the line of no more regeneration because I have so many more cirrhotic cells, which basically is on its way to cell death. then I have renewable ways. So it's like, will it get better? Will it not? I don't know. I've not been given any sort of timeline or prognosis to keep in mind.
Have you explained what the liver does?
I don't think that I have.
Explain it like you explained it to me.
Well, we
It's
know.
good stuff.
Okay, well, we know that the liver is the only thing that regenerates in our body.
Isn't that awesome? Doesn't it do it like every 7 months?
That's your whole cell cycle every
Whoa.
seven
That's
years.
awesome too.
Yeah, but
Our cells rock.
they do.
They do.
And so you
Float
have
around, doing stuff.
this big liver. It's kind of spongy. It's dense. It looks like if you squeeze it
Spongy?
out. Yeah, it's really dense, but it looks like if you squeeze it out, you'd squeeze out all the red paint in a brush that you didn't think was clean already.
Nice.
It affects a lot of stuff.
A lot of stuff.
It impacts the way you bleed and or clot. It affects your blood cells. It's where they filter all the toxins that are from everything that you put in your body. That's where those go. So if you have your liver is 100% capacity, and you happen to drink or smoke or something like that as an outing or as a twice a year kind of thing, your body can totally handle that. Your body can usually handle, it was just while I was in college and now I like to have a glass of wine with dinner, that kind of thing. That's okay too. This is I've never had alcohol. This is non-alcoholic, but it affects everything. So for me, specifically, it's no longer a functional sponge to collect the debris that gets cleaned out and goes through the portal vein and then makes its way up into the system, because your lungs are like the trees.
Where does the portal vein connect to?
Portal vein is down in the liver, the main hepatic portal vein, hepatic meaning liver, and then the portal vein, it's about as big around maybe as my pinky.
Mm-hmm.
And the problem with that specific issue and the cirrhosis, everything I have going through me is inflammatory. It's all a response for inflammation. So when that is inflamed or having an issue, not only does that cause issues of the liver, but it makes my blood pressure, my overall blood pressure, drop. So where I used to be a textbook like 120/80,
Mm-hmm.
my textbook is now like 105, if not 98 over 60s, basically. So yeah, I can't think well enough to talk about the liver.
So what does that vein do? What does that portal vein do?
It's a blood supply source. So it's like anything else. Imagine like you're gonna push something through like Willy Wonka, the original in the chocolate factory, and Augustus Gloop, and he falls down into the chocolate. And Gene Wilder's like, "You're ruining my chocolate," and then he goes up the little pile. Not the pile. That's an example of something else I do. Tube, which I thought of as, I don't know what I thought of, but I said pile. Goes up the tube and then gets stuck, right? Because there's a natural flow in a vacuum space, which most of our body internally is a vacuum space. Otherwise, it would be much different. So that pressure builds up because that area, for what we're saying this argument is, that area is very inflamed, very mad, surrounded by cirrhosis, etc. So it builds, the pressure builds and builds and builds until finally there's nothing else to do. So in the movie, it just shoots him out like a gun. He has to go get decleaned and whatever. But for me, the portal hypertension has the capacity to wreak a lot of havoc. I also have varices that are not causing a problem yet, but they're kind of one of those inevitable problems. varices, varices. It's what happens at points. They're actually called sphincters, so insert fun here. Sphincter. So somebody had to do it, right?
It's always gonna be you.
Always gonna be me. So, and then I'm always gonna forget what I was gonna say because I was trying to be funny.
You're talking about sphincters.
Yes.
Sphincters.
Sphincters.
That's what you were.
China. Sphincters. Okay. But why? What was I saying before that?
Something about portal vein. Believe it or not, varices.
Oh yeah, varices. Thank you.
I don't even know what varices is.
That was what I was about to say. Varices.
I was like,
Varices are veins.
Awesome, really?
Well, I'm not done.
Oh.
They're veins that become engorged, and no, not in a good way. This is the problem when you see someone who has advanced liver disease with cirrhosis, and they come walking in the hospital needing to be seen, and you see them vomiting blood.
Oh.
Because if the varices around my esophageal varices, if those were to rupture, then I would be that. I would be throwing up blood.
Wow.
And then there's other varices as well, which is why I mentioned the sphincter, because...
I'm not saying that word again.
No, I was just making one with my face, see? Sphincter.
Yeah.
Anyway, you'll never unsee that. There's others. There's varices and down in the nethers that can cause problems, especially for people who like to sit for an hour and a half reading a National Geographic and squeezing the life out of his butthole or her butthole. And
that doesn't sound fun.
It doesn't. I don't know why it's a thing, but whatever the case is, you can also have rectal varices, esophageal varices, anywhere where your body's going open and shut and there's a blood supply there, there's a risk. I have been trying very hard to keep up with my numbers and my symptoms, and so far I don't exude any symptoms like that. I'd be more concerned about something happening internally that I'm not aware of, like bleeding internally, because that I wouldn't know that was happening because I'm uncomfortable all the time. So it would just be kind of hard to do.
How are you feeling today?
Today's kind of a rough day.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm glad you're still home and safe. But I mean, the last couple of days I've been like knocked out from something. Something is really zapping my energy, and like I have to take breaths even talking. All I'm doing is making conversation.
Right.
But hey, you do get to see the arch. If you can see it out there. I'm trying to move it, but you never know. Yeah, see? That's the arch. And now it's just us again. So, God, and this is crazy. I weigh no more than 5 pounds difference. No more. And yet I have all this stuff. And I look like I did when I weighed a whole bunch more weight, but I don't. So it's just weird. But what I was going to say was, is there anything that you want to say? What's it like being married to someone who's got something wrong every second?
Well, some days are harder than others, but most of the time, I only really freak out when we go to the doctor. But you're really good at explaining things to me, so far I've been good. But it's hard. It's hard to watch you and not be able to fix it. Ever. I can't fix it, and I'm a fixer, so. My mom has Alzheimer's, and I try to fix that too, but can't fix her either. All I can do is love them, which I do.
Anything else you want to say?
Marriage is not hard. Just letting you know.
It shouldn't be.
And then, when you find the right one, it's not hard.
Oh.
You know? I mean, we have a lot of situations that are hard. You know, a lot of situations that are hard, but
Paying back karma from like 2 lives ago. Holy cow.
But it's good because we have each other now instead of going at it alone, you know?
I agree. And I think if the 2s and 3s of people that are watching this video would appreciate more videos like this one, including my lovely wife, then that'd be something we could do.
Yeah.
She's going to be starting a couple new adventures soon. It's not ready for publication, but at some point, Toby gets...
So my best friend's coming.
Yeah.
He's gonna get to see.
Likes to get
Seriously,
in the mix.
This is the best cat ever. Yeah. I don't know what you're trying to do.
She's
What are you trying to do?
I don't know what you're trying
get
to
on
do.
your mom. Yeah, you like that better.
Come on.
He tries with me. I'm just not the mom.
Oh, don't hit the button.
He's
like,
"Enough
turn it
of
off and watch me.
Enough. Let me in the video.
Oh. You want to be the special one? Come on. Settle.
We could talk about him for hours.
You could.
Such a good boy.
Yes. Look,
You are.
look, Toby, you're on TV. It's like, I don't care. What's on your shirt? He really is super sweet, and he
really is.
I've had this cat since 2008, and he has gone to other states and back, flown on the airplane, ridden in a car. I had
lived in a van.
Lived in a van. I had decked out for camping. I mean, he doesn't give me a hard time if I accidentally switch his litter because it's cheaper to get that other litter. He's like, dude, I just want to have a place to go. Now he has a sister/girlfriend. Can never really tell with these fixed at birth kind of situations, but you won't see Missy unless she decides that you're going to. Right?
Oh,
That's good, Robins.
This is a good head move.
That was a good head move. You don't just give those out to anybody, do you?
No,
He's one of those cats, if you say you want a kiss or a boop, he's like,
Meh.
only I can give out the boops. Give me a boop. It's just not having it. So this was Filter-Free Natalie, impromptu conversation with the Kramelmeyers. That's us.
Yay.
Oh,
Aw.
he's so cute. What are you doing?
He's a sweet boy. You get that belly. You get the belly.
You're such a good kitty. You're a good kitty.
Oh, he's looking at me.
It's like, I want my Robins everywhere. It's okay. Okay, whoa. Sorry. Not Blair Witch on purpose. Okay, so I'm going to go for now and put these little clips together with some sort of fun, generic, free music, thanks to this fun, generic, free music on iMovie. I promise one day at a time, one thing at a time, we'll get better. And if something happens to me that's unexpected, I know, but I will have instructions to make sure that a video is posted, so you'll know.
I'll keep you all updated.
Yeah. All right, and so what is it we say? Be
Good to
good.
yourself.
Now let's do it together.
Oh, okay.
Be good to yourself. Whoa,
Oh.
that's a video.
Yeah.